There's a haunting silence that follows when someone you love leaves, especially in the digital world. For me, that silence is the absence of my brother, the void where once his presence vibrated through every text message, every video call, every post. His name was Evan, and he was my brother in every sense of the word, a guiding light in my life. Losing him, especially in the space where he lived most of his life, online, left me with a digital hole that no one could fill. It's not like traditional grief, not the kind that leaves you empty in a physical space. It's more subtle. It's the loss of a voice I could still hear in my mind, the pictures we took together that still lived in my cloud storage, the videos that are now just echoes of what used to be. I often find myself scrolling through his Facebook, reading his last posts, even liking them just to feel close to him again, even if just for a moment. But it's not enough. It never will be. The last video call we shared was just days before he passed. I can still hear his laughter through the speaker of my phone, like he was right beside me. The usual banter, the "I miss you bro" that we both took for granted. That night, he looked tired, but he laughed, and that was all that mattered to me. He had been going through something difficult, but he never wanted to talk about it. I thought he'd be fine. He was always the strong one. I never imagined that those final words would be the last time I'd hear his voice. It's funny how the simplest moments become so important when the person is gone. It's as though I can still hear him, but only in the digital spaces he left behind, his messages, his posts, the videos that pop up in my feed. The phone is quieter now, and the silence hurts. It's a silence I can't escape, no matter how many times I scroll through old pictures of us. There's something hauntingly beautiful about these digital remains, and yet, I wish they would disappear. Because even with all the memories stored online, there's still a piece of me that wants to hear him say, "Hey, I'm just a text away." I remember one of the last messages Evan sent me. It was simple: "I've got your back, always." Those words are a constant source of comfort, but also a source of pain now, because he's not here to back me up anymore. What's strange is how the digital world continues, unfazed. His social media accounts are still there, his pictures still populate my feed, the groups we were in are still active, and it's as though he never left, but I feel it. The absence. Every like on his post feels like an empty gesture, and every comment I read brings back the sting of loss. What's even stranger is that I feel like his digital presence is more alive than I am sometimes. When I look at his social media posts, I still see his passion, his humor, his ideas, things that will never fade as long as the digital world exists. And yet, it's all empty. The paradox of digital immortality, he lives on in this space, but he's not here. I find myself wondering, why do these digital moments mean so much? Why does the smallest interaction, a quick text or a shared image, leave such a deep mark? My grief is not just the absence of his physical presence, it's the realization that I can no longer reach out to him digitally in the same way. In a world where we've come to expect instant connection, his absence feels like a lost signal, a dropped call that I can't reconnect to. I often find myself thinking, what would Evan say? What would he think about what's happening now? He was the one who always had an opinion, always had a way of framing things, and yet when I look at the digital world around me, I don't know if I'll ever be able to fill the void he left. It's not just the content he created, it's the energy behind it. There's a difference between posting something and sharing your soul, and Evan always shared his soul. That's what made him different. Now all that's left is the silence that creeps into the digital spaces where he once was, and it's hard to reconcile that silence with the vibrant presence he had. I try to honor him by continuing the conversations we once had, by continuing to post and share, but it doesn't feel the same. There's no one to reply, no one to push me to think further, no one to challenge me with a well-placed question or a sharp comment. It's all just quiet. There are nights when I can't help but scroll through our old texts, our group chats, the pictures we took together. Every photo is a moment frozen in time, a reminder of when things were different, when he was here, and we weren't just digital avatars on a screen, but living, breathing people, sharing real, tangible experiences. But that's the nature of the digital world, isn't it? It captures everything, holds on to everything, and yet it's always just a step behind. It immortalizes the physical, but it can't replicate the essence of a person, the energy, the laughter, the warmth of their presence. I thought that by keeping his digital legacy alive, I would find peace, but it's only a reminder of what I've lost. I wonder if the world will ever understand the strange connection we have to the digital afterlife. The way we continue to interact with someone who's physically gone, yet remains ever present in the data they left behind. It's a strange kind of immortality, one that feels both comforting and deeply unsettling at the same time. I still find myself typing out messages to him, half expecting a reply, only to remember that he's not here anymore. I'm not sure why I keep doing it. It's like some part of me refuses to accept the finality of his absence. But there it is. His digital world still exists, and every time I visit it, I am reminded of the love and laughter that once filled it. But here's the thing, as much as I miss him, there's a part of me that's grateful for these digital remnants. Without them, he'd be gone, just gone. And it's these small traces, messages, videos, photos, that keep him alive in my heart. It's not the same as having him here, but it's something, it's all I have. As I sit here, staring at his last post, the one where he shared his hopes for the future, I can't help but wonder, what would he have said about the world now? What would he have thought about the way we're all connected, yet so disconnected? As I contemplate the loss, I realize that the digital legacy he left behind is more than just a memory, it's a guidepost for what's to come. But in this vast digital world, we're not the only ones grieving. In the next story, we'll meet someone who, like me, is learning to navigate the silence left by someone they loved in the virtual space. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the complex relationship between loss, memory, and the digital world.